Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope everything is fantastic and wonderful. And I hope that regardless of what happens here in America over the next few months, just understand that it'll be okay. We'll get through it, I promise. Together. I finally have fully admitted something to myself over this past week as I've been experimenting with writing this book. And it's an idea that I've flirted with for a very long time. And I've talked about it dozens of times over the last almost 5 years of doing this show. And it's just simply, I am not good at planning. I'm just not good at it. I suck at it. I'd even go as far as to say I suck at it. And I think I understand the reasons why now more than ever. Because for the last 2 years, think about it, it was 2 years ago when I decided, December 2018 was when I said, I'm going to write a book. Because Em had kind of been saying, hey, have you ever thought about writing a book? You're really good at writing. I write her these really kind of poetic emails, and she said, you're really good at this. You should think about writing. And you read and you love stories, and have you ever thought about it? And I said, yeah, I've thought about it my whole life. I wrote a lot of short stories when I was a kid. I started, poetry. I mean, I've written a lot in my life, but I've never tried to write a full novel. That was 2018. And I've successfully written like maybe 5,000 words since 2018 on any novel project. I've started and stopped 2 novels. And I know why. And that was because I got too hung up on the details. I got too caught in the preparation. I'm not good at preparation. I'm not good at planning. And I think, I said it a few weeks ago, and I really want to reiterate it here. For me, for my personality type, the process of creation is what drives me, is the part that makes me feel wonderful. When I make something new, when something happens, that process of, the process of discovery is what makes me feel good. It's what makes me go, oh, I want to do that. Whatever it is, whatever the hobby is that I've been doing my entire life. I've talked about this as well. I've been through dozens and dozens and dozens of hobbies in my life because I get into something for 3 months and then I just throw it away and I don't ever want to do it again. And I realize now that the reason I get really into something is it's a new discovery. It's a new process of discovery for me. It's that, that new relationship with whatever it is that I'm doing. That's the part that I love and I latch onto. Everything after that, especially taking a new skill into account, learning a new hobby, that first window of time is developing the 80% I'm good enough skill. And that last 20% takes years with any hobby that's worth pursuing. And that's when it's like not fun anymore because I'm not learning anything new. Now it's just repetition. Now it's just going through the motions. And so writing this book has shown me. This time I had an idea for a character. I plucked some vague concepts that I've been milling around in my head for years or just recently had while I was reading other things. And I said, all right, let's take this stuff, match it all together and start writing. And in my head, I wrote the opening scene of this book. I had a vague concept of where this character was and where this character needed to go. And I just started writing. And what I found is that 8,600 or whatever words I am into it right now, it's been amazing because there's just been so much discovery. There's been so much of what I thought this book was going to be about, and now it's not. It's something completely different. Or what I thought this character's abilities were going to be have been molded into something completely way more awesome that I didn't pre-plan. Had I pre-planned it, I don't think I'd be writing this book right now. I don't think I'd be excited. I don't think I would still be maintaining momentum. I think I would be stuck and thinking, it's not good enough, this isn't great enough, this isn't, where do I go from here? And talking to my friend Scott King about it, The realization is just write it. Just write the words. Get it all out. Put the whole thing out there. And then determine what does and doesn't work. And then cut and rewrite. And then cut and rewrite and cut and rewrite until it works. And it's not that big of a deal to do that. It's not like you've done a painting and you go, well, there's the painting. I don't like these parts, but there it is. You know, you could always repaint it. And I could always rewrite it. And what I've learned recently is that it's not that difficult to do. And so I've learned that I'm really not a planner. I'm really not good at it. And I've known that for a long time in the shop. When I want to make something, I just come down here and make it. Which is the reason why I haven't done a whole lot of build videos. Because build videos require me to plan so that I know what I'm going to be shooting. Because I need to have a shot. You know, I need to be able to tell the story of the thing. Here's the starting materials, here's the processes that those materials went through, and here's the final product. And so I need to know all of that beforehand. And when I get caught on a point and I don't know how to solve it and the camera's rolling, I don't know what to do with myself. So when I want to make something, when I decide I want to try to turn my drill press into a printing press, I just come down here and I make a thing. No plans, I just do it. When I wanted to make the gift box for my daughter's birthday card, I just came down here and grabbed some walnut strips that I had and cut some dados and glued, and I just did it. I didn't measure it, I just did it. And that's the part that excites me. If I had tried to sit down and draw plans and live to those plans, it would have never happened. I would have just been like, well, all of the discovery was done while I was drawing or writing or planning, and then the rest isn't fun anymore. Or what's more likely to happen with me is that while I'm planning, I start to get inside of my head and go, no, this isn't good enough, no, that isn't good enough. And then I that starts to snowball into this, it's never going to be good enough, just scrap it and pick a new idea. It's never going to be good enough, just scrap it and pick a new idea. And that just perpetuates, it just keeps going. Like nothing is ever going to be good enough. Whereas this method of just sitting in a chair and writing until it's done, it won't be good enough. I know that. I know that in advance. This time that I'm spending this month writing this novel, what's going to come out of this novel, what's going to come out of these pages at the end of this month is not what's going to be the final work, because it's not going to be good. It's going to be bad. It's going to need a lot of work. And right now I'm very okay with that, because already five chapters in, I need to go back and fix a whole bunch of points that have now changed, because I've realized that, no, that this is going to be better if I do this. And it's like, you know, it's still wet clay. And that's the part that's really driving me. So I'm kicking it along. I need to catch up tonight. I'm behind. And I've got, you know, the weekend ahead to try to get ahead. I'm going to try to get ahead of the word count this weekend. So we'll see what happens. If you want to follow along, I've been posting regular updates on Twitter. I've also just been trying to say a few encouraging words or give a little bit of support every day on Twitter. So go check it out. I've been using it a little bit more lately. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I will see you again Monday. Today's word you should know that sounds smart is delineate. It is a verb meaning to use words to outline or describe with precision an object or person. With efficiency, Prescott delineated plans for the new wing of his family's Connecticut beach house. Delineate. D-E-L-I-N-E-A-T-E. I didn't know that was with words. I thought you could delineate with like string or boundaries.